Aries. I'm doing a reading for you for the new moon in Aquarius. Right. I feel like at this time, Aries, I feel like you're going to be presenting yourself in a whole different way, right? I feel like how you're showing up, how you're conversating with people is in a way that is very shocking to them, right? Like, I feel like you're, I feel like you have very heavy Aquarius and Aries placements, right? So I feel like, man, I feel like at this time, how you're showing up to the world, how you're presenting yourself, how you're conversating with people, the things that you're willing to talk about with them here, it's shifted so much. It's changed so much here for you as well. Oh, my forehead is just tingling. Ugh. Yeah, I feel like you're absolutely just a brand new person here, right? I feel like at this time you have no problem setting out on your own, starting a new project, doing whatever it is that you feel pulled to do, right? Especially at this time, whatever it is that you're willing to start new, like it's almost like a risk here. It's going to be worth the risk for you. I'm seeing the Fool card. Yeah, the Fool and the Magician. Yeah, I feel like whatever it is that you're like putting yourself into, it's going to be successful. It's going to be so out of the box, so extraordinary here, right? It's so unexpected, so out of the norm, nothing that anybody's ever done before, right? And I feel like that's what's pushing you over the threshold of like your new life, right? Like I feel like you have a brand new start, a brand new life here, right? It's almost like this has been your new year, right? Like this is where you're starting to make resolutions. This is where you're starting to make goals here as well. And I feel like you're doing a lot more like pen to paper, right? And I feel like the more that you're writing things down as well, the better it's going to be coming to you. First out, we have Dead. Ooh, Aries, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you are on the precipice of a brand new life here. I feel like, and then we have the World, and then we have the Aries. Uh-oh, somebody's been drawing on my table with pencils. Uh-oh. Somebody's been drawing on my table with their pencil. Looky here. Okay. Anyway, Aries, that's what I'm saying. You have a brand new life. You have a brand new beginning. Yeah, you're starting something so new, something so out of the box here, right? I feel like it's creating an excitement. It's almost like you're so ready to have these endings. You're so ready to have this transformation. You know that where you're going is going to be a space that you're not going to be able to explain to anybody. I feel like you're going into a whole new cycle here, right? Like I feel like there's been a completion here of anything that has been before, right? Like where you're going, you've never been here, right? I feel like that's why you're almost excited. I feel like there's like a lot of eccentric energy. Like I feel like you're almost just like vibrating. I feel like you're just like so excited and so full of life and just full of joy here, right? I don't really think anybody can come in and stop the direction that you're going in either, right? We have Four of Swords. Aries, that's what I'm saying. Once again, this is going to be an energy you've never dealt in before. This is going to be something so brand new. It's almost like you're going to start having visions as to where you're supposed to be taking your life, what it is you're supposed to be doing here, right? I feel like you're going into a very, very heavy manifestation, meditation period here for yourself as well, right? Yeah. I feel like there's going to be a lot of situations that are coming to an end for you. I feel like there's going to be a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships here, right? I feel like there's going to be a lot of closing out for you, right? Because where you're going next, it's not anywhere you've ever been. It's not anywhere you've ever been before, right? I feel like you have like light just pouring out of your forehead here, right? Out of your eyes, out of your hands here as well, right? I feel like you're just going to know what it is you're supposed to be doing. You're just going to know where it is you're supposed to be going here as well, right? Yeah, and the type of energy that you're working in is so different than any of the other people around you at this time, right? Like if you have a group of people that you hang out with here as well, it's almost going to become like where they're not really understanding what you're thinking, what you're saying here either, right? Because it's so different. It's so different here, right? It's going to make sense to the right people. And then we have Eight of Cups. All those people that are not, yeah, I feel like there's going to be like a misunderstanding here with you and some people, right? I feel like they're just not going to understand like where it is you're coming from, why it is you're coming this way here either, right? And I feel like that's having you to walk away. I feel like you're just going to automatically know who it is you're supposed to be walking away from, what situations you're supposed to be walking away from here, right? And it's in order to get this new life that you're so much needing. I don't even feel like it's a need of I don't even think it's like a want here. I feel like this is a need that you're having, right? And then we have the Lovers. Yeah, I feel like you could be walking, once again, I feel like you could be walking away from a love situation here as well, right? I feel like you guys could have almost like trauma bonded here as well, especially with this Eight of Cups and this Lovers, right? I feel like there was a lot of dark things that you guys had, and it doesn't have to be necessarily a love relationship, right? It could just be a Gemini, it could just be a friend, but there is a lot of romance in this card here, right? In this lovers. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a love relationship here, right? I feel like there was a dark space here. Like I feel like you guys could have like shared addictions here as well, like a lot of like sad things that are going on in your life here as well, right? Yeah, you're definitely walking away from this, right? Like if this is not a person that's bringing in positivity for yourself, like encouraging you to have independence, encouraging you to be like the person you're supposed to be here as well. I feel like you're letting it go, right? Like I feel like this is what you're needing. I feel like this is what you're even wanting here, right? And then you have Six of Cups. Yeah. I feel like you're wanting to go more into a relationship where it is long lasting, where things can be built, where things are like, I feel like you're needing like somebody that has like a strong foundation here, right? Like you're needing a relationship that's coming in here that's gonna be built like for the test of time, right? Like it's gonna have a foundation. It's gonna like have something to stand on here as well, right? Yeah. Once again, I feel like there was a past relationship here where it was a lot of negativity, a lot of trauma bonding. You guys bonded over hurt feelings, broken relationships, upset, like different things that were not going great in your life here. And I feel like it was time for you to walk away because I feel like this next step that you're going into, I don't feel like you're going to have all the trauma. I don't feel like you're going to have all the drama here as well, right? I feel like where you're going, things are going to start making sense, right? Like where you're going, it's going to be built of happiness, of joy, of like goals and aspirations here as well, like things that you can like look forward to together as well, right? And yeah, I feel like the next relationship that you're going to be in is going to be healthy, right? It's going to be somebody that you can look at and want to grow old with, right? That you can want to put steps in, that you have like a trust here as well, right? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you almost knew that whatever this relationship was in the past that you had dealt in, I feel like you knew it wasn't going to be something long lasting because I feel like you almost like knew like it was unhealthy, like it was toxic. They helped you get over certain things, but now that you've started to like work through these issues, starting to go through like the stuff you're supposed to learn here, right? It's almost like there's been a release, right? And I feel like you're seeing like a lot of the negative toxic traits within this person, within the relationship here, within you as well, right? And I feel like that's what's pulling you to make so many changes because I don't feel like you're necessarily loving the person that you are, right? And it's time for you to start putting in the work. It's time for you to start doing what it is you're supposed to for yourself in order to grow, right? In order to be happy, in order to have the things that you're actually wanting here, right? What is this Death card? We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, once again, heavily, I feel like this is an ending of a relationship here, right? I feel like, like this is it. Like you're burying them, you're putting them in the casket here, that as soon as you release this, you're gonna have somebody coming in that is truly for you, right? Like I feel like this person, I feel like they could have been like offering like chump change, like I feel like instead of roses, they were getting you carnations here, right? I feel like instead of, taking you on like a nice night on the town, they were just taking you to like do something cheap and easy, something that they weren't really trying, like somebody that really wasn't trying to like invest anything, but like they were just, like they could have just been taking you to like the McDonald's to get an ice cream. Yeah, I feel like this was like not a person that was really trying to like do anything real here, right? It seemed kind of phony as well. And as soon as you release this person, as soon as you release this connection, you're gonna have somebody that's coming in with actual roses, right? You're gonna have somebody that's coming in with like that's driving a Bugatti. Like I feel like you're gonna have, like they're gonna be taking you to like nice ass steakhouses instead of the McDonald's for ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's like like I feel like you almost are knowing it's time to let this go because like it's not anything that's appeasing you here, right? I feel like you had almost been like settling for chump change here, right? Not anymore. We have Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're releasing it. You're going more into a single space here, right? You know that you're going to be a lot more abundant, and I feel like since you're letting like relationships that that are not truly there for you here, right? I feel like that's freeing up your hands, freeing up your space so that you can have abundance come in, so you can have the things you're actually wishing for, actually valuing here, right? Like this is a value card, right? And you got to free up your hands here. You can't like cling on to people, places, and things that aren't really delivering what you're wanting, right? Like it's almost like telling the universe, like, yeah, I'm cool settling with just McDonald's ice cream. Like, no, like you don't do that. Yeah, so you're going more into a single space. Yeah, I feel like you're doing a lot of healing work. I feel like you're not as out and about as you had been. Also, you're not making it to the McDonald's hangout. Yeah, I feel like you're spending a lot more time alone, a lot more time by yourself, like waiting, like being patient, healing yourself, working through your emotions here, right? I feel like there was aspects in the situation where it could have been putting you in your feelings a lot, like feelings that you weren't really wanting to have here, right? And I feel like you're almost like weighing out the pros and the cons here, right? Pros and the cons of the situation. I feel like you're trusting in your intuition. I feel like you're really going within yourself to figure out what it is you're wanting here, right? And if the list has a lot more cons in it, like let it go. Let it go. If this is a con, literally, like if this is a con, I have a con artist, convict, whatever, like let it go. It's not for you. It's not for you, right? With this world card, we have the Three of Wands. Sorry guys, my dishwasher's going on. See, when I play my when I turn my dishwasher on, it kind of makes me think I'm like cleansing the energy here, right? Like, cause I'm cleaning my dishes, so I'm like cleaning the energy here, right? With this world card, we have the Three of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you know that you're not exactly sure as to what's gonna come next, but you know that once you have this ending in place, once you have the completeness of the circle here, you know that your future is going to be so bright. You know that you have goals and things that you're wanting to chase after, things that you're wanting to invest your time in here, right? It's almost like you're coming up with new ideas as to what it is you're wanting to do, where it is you're wanting to go, right? You have a good eye. And then we have Empress. Yeah. Oh, I feel like you're almost knowing that, hey, the person that I'm going to be is not who I am now, right? So like the process of wherever you're at, if you're in like a toxic cycle here as well, right? You know that this is not going to be a forever type of thing, so you don't want to get stuck with somebody where you're in a toxic place, right? And then you're stuck with them, and it's like as you grow and you become like this beautiful, wonderful, feminine energy here, right? You'll be stuck with like scallywags, like people are not even for you, right? And so I feel like you're realizing that as well. It's time to release these different people, energies, things of that sort, and go more within yourself, more within your energy here, right? And I feel like, yeah, you're doing heavy protection work. I feel like you're finally understanding who you are, what you are, the beauty of you, right? The things that are your magic here as well. And I feel like you're doing a lot more protecting of yourself, protecting of your time, protecting of your energy, protecting of your body here as well, right? Yeah, especially I feel like you're so full of ideas. I feel like you're so full of goals, right? I feel like your intuition is spot on at this time, right? And I feel like you're almost not wanting to involve yourself with anything that could take from that, right? So I feel like you're doing a lot more protection work, a lot of protection work for yourself, right? What is this Four of Swords? We have Three of Swords. Yeah, I feel like at this time, I feel like you're almost going into a space here where you're understanding what could have caused your heartbreak, what could have caused, like the toxic traits within yourself here, right? You're wanting to, and we have Chariot. I feel like you're really wanting, it could have been with the Cancer. I feel like you're really wanting to let go of the toxic traits within yourself. So I feel like at this time you're having to take a very long, hard look within yourself, what it is you're willing to change, what it is you're willing to fix here, right? And the more that you're doing that, the more that you're being open and honest with yourself, like really allowing yourself to look in the mirror here, right? The more it's going to be pushing you into a positive movement here as well, right? You're almost having to understand the negative so that the positive can kind of get on board, like have, not transmutation, same thing. Yeah, you're having to transmute the negative energy and really balance it out with positive energy so that you can move through it, right? You're not wanting to sit in this Three of Swords here as well, but I feel like you're being a lot more open in your meditations, right? In your manifestation practices here as well, as to seeing what went wrong so you know how to do things better for yourself, so you can move forward in the direction that you're truly wanting to go. I feel like you're also realizing like, hey, like without these negative situations, without these negative things playing out, I don't feel like I don't feel like you would get to the place where it is you're trying to go. Like I don't feel like it would, like I feel like you're having a deeper understanding as to why these things are happening, why you're going through what you're going through here as well. And then we have Nine of Cups in order to get you closer to your wish fulfillment. Without dealing with your true emotions, without dealing with your heartbreak, you can't get to the gold, right? You can't understand like your soul's true power, your soul's true calling here as well, right? You got to work through the ugly stuff. You got to work through the nasty stuff. And I feel like it's almost like I feel like as you're going through these emotions here as well, right? It's helping you understand so you don't make the same mistakes twice, right? Like you're really working through it. You're not just like going into a space to where you can find a replacement, right? Like, no, I feel like you're actually like really working through your issues. And the more you're doing that, the more I feel like your bank account's going to be getting a whole lot bigger here as well, right? It's almost like the more healing work you're doing within yourself, it's almost like your bank account's growing, right? And I feel like you're knowing and seeing and understanding that here as well. You've got to do, yeah, I feel like you're going through a lot of releasing here. It could be in your third eye and it could be in your heart chakra and your solar plexus as well, right? Yeah, I feel like you're doing a lot of connecting with your head and your heart. You're understanding yourself. You're understanding other people as well a lot better. Why people work in these certain energies to make them so negative, to make them so, you know, whatever it is they are, right? What is this Eight of Cups? Two of Pentacles. Yep. In order to get yourself in balance, in order to get your finances in balance, in order to get yourself balanced out, masculine, feminine energy here as well. Like you're working in your yin and your yang energy. There's going to be a lot of things that you're having to walk away from, right? And I don't think that these people are necessarily liking that as well. Like I feel like they could be getting upset, especially with all these broken glass down here, right? I feel like the fact that you're walking away in order to gain independence and in order to gain balance within yourself here, right? You're doing it for a healthy reason. You're doing it for a reason that's good for you here as well. I feel like you're also going to understand who's truly supposed to be in your life by how supportive they are for you in this process, right? If they're not willing to be supportive and be like, okay, yeah, you do need your independence. You do need to heal some things. So do I. You know, like if you're working around people where you're telling them, hey, I can't, blah, blah, blah. I feel like if they're like reacting in a way that's negative or, you know, toxic, I feel like you're realizing, hey, that's really the person I was supposed to be walking away from. I don't want to have toxic situations, toxic people involving in my life any longer. I want to be a healthy, happy person, right? And I feel like you're knowing and understanding that, and I feel like that's helping you lay the groundwork. I feel like that's really helping you root your system, root yourself in a system that is going to be more beneficial, that is going to be more long-lasting here, especially when it involves your abundance, when it involves your finances, when it involves your love situations here as well, right? I feel like you're only wanting to put yourself in situations that are going to be long-lasting, that are going to be healthy, that are going to be where it is you're supposed to be going. And once again, it's just him out here doing this. Like, you're having to take the steps. You're having to do all the groundwork. You're having to walk the steps here as well. You're having to almost be the leader in whatever situation it is you're trying to go in, right? And you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it in a balanced, happy way, right? Yeah. Once again, you're walking away in order to get your balance, right? And I feel like there's going to be certain energies, certain people here where they're going to take that as like a threat. Like they're going to take it negatively. Yeah. But it's not negative, right? This is how they're experiencing you walking away, right? This is how you're experiencing you walking away. It's very different. Like how they're viewing the situation, it's going to be negative, toxic. They're not going to be supportive. They're probably going to cause a mess. They're, you know, hurt your feelings here, right? But how you're experiencing this is like, look, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You have the support that you're needing here, right? Like you have the finances that are necessary for you to get where it is you're supposed to be going. And I believe if you had stayed in the situation, I feel like these people would have brought you right down to where they're at anyway, right? You're doing this for you. You're doing this for your independence. You're doing this to balance out yourself, to go where it is you're supposed to be going here, right? Once again, I feel like this is going to be a pull very much from your soul. This is going to be a pull from very much where you're supposed to be at here as well, right? And then we have the Hierophant. It's a promotion. You went exactly where you're supposed to be going. You rooted yourself. You went exactly where you're supposed to be going. And I feel like that's going to be bringing in a promotion for you. I feel like that's going to be, like, I feel like you're going to have, like, just money pouring in for you here, especially with this Two of Pentacles, too. You trusted in where it was you were supposed to be going. You knew where it was you were supposed to be going, and you believed in it. You followed it through here, right? And I feel like even as people were bringing, like, their negativity in the situation, you didn't let it phase you, right? You knew where you were supposed to be going. You knew why you were supposed to be going there here as well. What is this Lover's card? I feel like the fact that you trusted in yourself and started transforming the situation and going where it was you were wanting to go here as well, right? Taking the steps necessary, especially with this Knight of Pentacles and this Hierophant. I feel like you took the steps necessary. You trusted in what it was you're supposed to be doing here, right? And I feel like the fact that you did that and you created more space for yourself, more space for the person that you're truly wanting to come in, I feel like that person's going to be coming in for you. And we have the Knight of Swords. I feel like you could have a lover coming in and almost like telling you the truth about how they really feel about you here as well, right? Yeah. And then we have Ace of Wands. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be somebody coming in rather quickly, right? And I feel like it's almost going to be, yeah, I feel like it's going to, I feel like the truth that they're telling you, I feel like it's going to change your direction of how you've been going here, right? This is how they're seeing you, right? I feel like you're going to have a healthy relationship come in, a loving relationship come in. I feel like you were needing to like make some space in order for this person to come in, right? And I feel like once that energy's free and allowing here, right, they're going to come in, and I feel like it's going to change the direction of where you have been going up to this point here, right? I feel like it's going to be more of a person, a situation here that you're really wanting to experience anyway, right? It just took you having the bravery to let some people and energies go. And then we have the Two of Cups. Oh, yes. And then we have the Two of Cups. That's what I'm saying. You had to create some space. You had to create some leeway here for a person that was really supposed to be there for you to come in, right? Yes. And then we have Six of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a person where it's going to be long lasting. It's going to be worth putting the energy and effort into here, right? I feel like, yeah, I feel like you guys might be getting like an animal here together, like having children. Like I feel like this is going to be a person where not necessarily forever, you know, but I feel like it's going to be a person where it's going to be long lasting. It's going to develop over time, over, you know, over years, you know, things like that. Somebody that you can really trust and put time and effort and energy into, right? And it's going to create something good. It's going to create something beautiful here, right? Like I feel like there's going to be a lot of really beautiful shared emotions together here as well. It's almost like you guys are helping heal like childhood issues here as well. Like I feel like in the past there had been a lot of trauma bonding, right? I feel like this energy that's coming in for you, no, this is going to be a person that's helping you heal your inner issues, like things that you've dealt with, you know, since you were a kid here as well, right? But I don't think it's going to be trauma bonding, right? I feel like it's going to be just a person that helps you heal like your childhood trauma, your childhood issues. Not somebody that you can connect with those issues about, right? Like, so you can like divulge the secrets and all this kind of stuff. No, this is going to be a person that's going to be very healing for you, right? And then we have Wheel of Fortune. When this person comes in, oh my goodness, everything that had been happening for you in the past, all the trauma, all the drama here, that's going to disappear. Right, that's absolutely going to disappear. You're going to be put on top of the Wheel of Fortune. Once again, I feel like your finances are going to grow. I feel like your love energy is going to grow here, right? I feel like this person that's coming in, not only are they helping you heal, but I feel like it's almost like things are going to start clicking into place. Like things are going to start making sense. I feel like you're going to have money pouring in for you as well, right? And then we have Five of Cups. And then we have Five of Cups here, right? I feel like they're helping you heal almost how you're viewing the world here as well, right? I feel like you could almost like look at the world negatively, like the situation didn't happen how I wanted it to, right? And I feel like, yeah, this could be involving your home here, right? This could be involving children. I feel like even though like you're at where you're wanting to be at here, right? Especially with this Wheel of Fortune, I feel like there's some things here that are kind of like making you sad about the situation, right? Like because once again, I feel like there's a lot of things you had to let go of, a lot of things you had to release here as well. And although you're on top of the world, you're on top of the wheel, you have, you know, I feel like you have fortune and money and love and everything else being poured into you here, right? But I feel like there's still like a tinge of like sadness here for you, right? A little like, although there's going to be a whole lot of things that are actually working out for you here, right? There's still going to be some things that you're a little heartbroken over, right? And I feel like that's what this person's helping you see, right? Helping you come in and realize here, right? Like, not to focus on the negative situations, not to focus on like the negative things here, right? And not to focus on the things that you had to let go in the process to get where it is you were wanting to go either, right? Yeah, I feel like this person, and we have Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. I feel like this person's going to be very healing for you. Very, 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 very healing. And then we have the Magician and Justice. Yeah. This person's going to be very, very healing. All right. Thank you guys for liking and subscribing. By the way, thank you for all the comments. You guys are awesome. I'm going to get one card out for how you can help heal this energy. Beauty ritual. Yeah, I feel like you're taking, once again, I feel like you're taking a lot of time out to focus in on yourself, to focus in on what makes you happy here, right? Once again, I said in the beginning of the video, I feel like how you're showing up here at this time is like so out of this world, right? Especially with all this Aquarian and Aries energy, right? I feel like how you're showing up to the world like is how nothing anybody's ever seen you before, right? I feel like you're just exuding a beautiful, like beautiful aura here, right? I feel like you're exuding a lot of happy, positive traits. I feel like people are almost like looking at you as like a role model, like a person that they wish they could be like here, right? Yeah, I feel like you're taking the time out necessary to work on yourself, right? To really put energy, love, care into what it is you're doing here, right? For you. I feel like you could be taking, yeah, I feel like you could be doing your nails. I feel like you could be taking a lot more baths here lately, right? Like I feel like you're doing like little rituals and routines here as well, just to make yourself feel better, like face masks. Yeah, I feel like a lot of like bath bombs, the little flowers in the tubs here, right? I feel like you're really just pampering yourself. I feel like you're allowing yourself to feel like a queen, right? I feel it, and I feel like you're protecting yourself as you're doing that, right? All right, guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.